Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts. Today we have hooked up with Antics to kind of fill this enclosure that we got from PJ Ants. He got at us following a live that he actually came on with me, and we were talking about the ants, and he said, look, Wakushi do this Venus range, which is an absolutely amazing startup kind of colony enclosure. And I was like, okay, a bit dubious, but you know, we'll see what it's like. And it came, and I think I've shown it you in a previous video very briefly, but today we're going to set it up. And Antics have they have sent some very beautiful ants across to go in it. So this is how we set it up, but in the actual ant species that is going in this enclosure, and I am very, very excited. So here we have the two boxes, Antics with the ants on the right, and the Wakushi with the enclosure on the left. I've actually got this enclosure out in a previous video. It comes all packaged up and everything else, and I've just set it up. It's so simple to set up. Absolutely awesome little enclosure there. So that red section apparently blocks out the lights and the ants can't see. It comes with all this cotton wool, and which puzzled me a little bit until I spoke to Richard, and Richard said, look, there's 3 test tubes in there, block 2 of them up, you only need the 1. And as you can see there, that red enclosure, that red lid just clicks straight onto the top, really, really easy. And these test tubes all pop out. Now, if you order from Antics, tell him which one of these Venuses you've got. I think there's 2 designs, and he'll send you a test tube with the exact dimensions that will fit straight in there, so there's no transferring of ants or anything like that. So just bring you back now. We've got the 2 test tubes, blocked off the 2 entrances until this enclosure gets until the ant colony, starts growing, and then we'll open those and give them more space. This lid is the feeding lid. It's where we put the sugar water and all the rest of it. Can you see those little notches? That fits into this absolutely perfect. So it slots in, you give it a little twist and it won't come out. You do have to twist it back so those dots face along the enclosure the way I'm pointing, and then that will come straight back out. Really, really easy. I do like this enclosure, I must admit. It's just so simple, so perfect. Especially with Wakushi and Antics being really good friends, everything comes so it's linkable. So the Antics 12 hours after delivery, live guarantee. I think that's absolutely awesome, because some of the ants can cost a lot of money, especially for the rarer species, and you get a certificate which tells you they're from Thailand, tells you the date they were born, and even your queen unique identification number, which I think is just a really, really good touch. Absolutely awesome. They've got the calling card, and you get a free bottle of schnapps. What the schnapps is flavoured sugar water, so that one's banana. Anyway, let's get to the good stuff. So these are the Calobopis linardi, the gatekeeper ant. My god, there she is. Absolutely shockingly beautiful queen with a load of workers. She will eventually have majors in another couple of broods or so, and then we will have those stunningly flat-headed ones with those jaws looking absolutely amazing. Just move this box over and I'll show you what we do when we get your ant colony, if you've got one of these Venuses. So you've bought your ant colony, you've told Richard which Venus you've got, and look, he sends the exact same test tube that you need. So there's no transferring of ants from one test tube to another, which, I don't know, if you're anything like me, that worries me that one will get out or something will happen. I'd rather it just be absolute simplicity. So he does a security seal on the top. That's so, you know, if you break it, obviously that guarantee doesn't exist, but if you don't break it, you've got 12 hours. If it's DOA, he will replace it, which is absolutely awesome. And again, he links up with Wakushi, so he knows the sizes of this enclosure, and that one just clunks straight into position. It actually locks in. There's a tiny little clip on that white cross member on the enclosure there that holds it all together, holds the other 3 in there. I'm going to leave the other 2 in there. They're not needed at the moment because there's not enough of these ants, but when they get larger, I'll be taking that cotton wool there, what we put in earlier, out and giving them a little bit more room. But look, these have been in here literally seconds, and they're already at the edge of the test tube, kind of sniffing out their new environment that they've got here. Absolutely awesome. So all I'm going to do is just go in with a little bit of sugar water. It's so simple, because if this dries up or you come to it the following day, just a wet cotton wool bud, and it just wipes that little area there clean again for you to apply some more. There's already an ant literally straight on it. Absolutely awesome. Just look at him gulping up that sugar water like there's no tomorrow. He actually does something really cool in a moment. I will show you what he does. He goes into the colony and it's really, really impressive. But as long as these guys have got water down the other end, if it goes a bit funny, we do need to open up another one of those test tubes, put some fresh water in, push a bit of cotton wool down there, and then the colony will transfer. What I've put in there now is what we call protein feed. So it's a head off a mealworm. So any dead prey, any dead feeders, they will have to have those, as well as the sugar water, as well as the water, to keep this colony alive and healthy. And if you can see there, the head of the mealworm is actually still manoeuvring around. So we're going to put this lid down now to stop any of these ants escaping. Just push those little notches through the holes pre-cut out, turn it slightly, and it's locked in position. And there she is. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Those golds on the bum are just like, wow. Literally looks like somebody's come along with an airbrush and painted her. But look what's going on. That ant that sucked up the sugar water is mouth to mouth feeding the queen. Absolutely amazing. I knew this happened, and the other one's just done it as well. I knew this happened, but to see it happening right in front of your eyes is absolutely amazing. And if you've got like a modern mobile phone, if you get one of these, you can just zoom in like I've done now and watch your species, watch your colony. Look, being so active, running around. I think that one's just gone back to tell the queen there's some more sugar water on its way. Do not worry. And another one's doing it, so she's getting some more. That is just absolutely amazing. So as you'd expect, some of the colony is outside of the test tube, some of it's inside protecting the queen. Again, that red lid just clicks straight in. It's so easy to fit, so easy to take off. And we get this. This is the Calabopus linardi certificate that Antics supply. Absolutely awesome, I think that is. But literally, I could put the macro on these guys. We'll put the flash on just to see if there's any colour differences. But if you get your phone holder above one of these colonies like this and just zoom in, I could watch them for days. There's all the eggs. I'll just put that white certificate underneath just so it makes the ants pop a bit more and we can see them. But look at those little eggs. That is just amazing. The amount of care they take over them as well is really, really impressive. Again, she is just stunningly beautiful. And look at those two at the bottom. That is a worker feeding another worker, mouth to mouth, that sugar water. I did not know ants did that. I thought they just solely fed the larvae and fed the queen alone, and that was it. So I was really, really shocked when I seen that, but very, very impressed. So again, that red lid clunks over the top. If you want to see what's going on, put it on a lighter surface, look down through it, and you can kind of see what the ants are up to. Take it away and it goes really dark again. But again, you can take that red top off. Just don't do it very often at all. These ants want to be in the dark when they're inside that test tube. They want to feel safe and all the rest of it. But my word, absolutely fantastic companies. Boom! Calabopus leonardi. Absolutely, absolutely stunningly beautiful ant. Kind of looking forward to when this colony grows and hopefully introducing enough substrate so they can block the entrance up to the actual hive, and then have those guarding ants, those majors, sitting guard at the very front with their jaws coming out, ready to catch or bite any unsuspecting predators that come along, or indeed prey. Absolutely beautiful. The enclosure, I absolutely love it. Boom! So that was the gatekeepers inside that Venus. Absolutely awesome. When PJ Ants first said, you know, I'm going to get one of these from Wakushi for you. They're not very cheap. They're not very expensive. Sorry, I think they're under like 20 quid. I was like, okay, a bit dubious. And then when Antics said, look, we've got this species of ant, it's a gatekeeper, I got more and more excited, and now they're here, I am finding it really fascinating just watching them all. I'm going to find it even more fascinating over the next year or two, watching their social interactions. What really surprised me was not the soldiers going to the Queen to feed mouth to mouth, but that one soldier going to another soldier and feeding it mouth to mouth. That, for me, was very interesting, and I did not know that happens with an ant colony. So going forward, I'm going to be really interested to see kind of the social interactions between, you know, soldier to soldier, soldier to major, and then again the Queen as well as, and that whole kind of communication across the hive. I'm not going to look at ant communication and how they socially interact with each other online or anything like that. I want to observe this species and watch it how they go. So I have done the research for food and stuff like that, but as far as the social interaction with these guys going in the colony with this species, I don't actually have very much knowledge on them at all. So it's going to be, I'm going to be learning from this ant colony a lot over the next year. PJ, thank you very much for starting this by sending that awesome Venus enclosure from Wakushi over, and Richard over at Antics. What a guy. Message him, and his knowledge is crazy. I've spoke to him for hours about this ant and about others, and just in general, general chatting as well. Really, really nice guy to deal with. Cannot fault them. And the packaging that these ants come in, I think the tarantula hobby could learn a lot from that packaging. Could you imagine your spider like this, being wrapped in its tissue and then going in one of those foam covered boxes and then being put into another box with those annoying packing peanuts all around it? That's what I would really, really like to see going forward with the tarantulas as well. I think we could learn a lot. I think everybody could learn a lot from Richard's packing. Absolutely awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscription button. We have got another giveaway coming up when we hit 9,000 subscribers, and so far for that giveaway we have £200 mystery boxes and a £50 mystery box. And I haven't even asked anybody really to come and join or anything like that. These are what have just already been donated. It's going to be an epic evening. The live that we're going to do for it is going to be a real cool night. It's going to be fun. We've been talking to somebody tonight about what we're going to set up and all the rest of it. I really want to tell you, but again, I'm going to leave it until we hit that 9,000 subscriber, and then all the details are going to come out and all the rest of it. If you are a geek and you like geeky conversations when it comes to spiders and things like that, we have a WhatsApp group dedicated to spider talk only. Go over to the Scots Inverts YouTube community page, check down there and you'll see it. There is another one for general, so that's where I talk about kind of spiders, anything else, life in general, adult conversation. It is over 18s because we do like to have a good laugh in there as well. But please feel free to come over. We also have the Discord as well. We've got loads of different channels within that Discord, so loads of different chats in there going on as well. You'll be quite surprised what's there. Again, pop over to the community YouTube community post and go check out that as well. Absolutely awesome. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have got this far, remember you are a super supporter, so you should hit that like button. If you don't like this video, feel free to give it a dislike as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.